You have new characters, new performers in this one. Talk a little bit about the challenges you face balancing out both the time, energy, and focus between the new characters and our established ones.
Well, with the new characters, there's fun to be had in the sense of you're creating kind of from the ground up. Obviously, you have the comic book reference, but they haven't been playing it for 3 movies, and so figuring out the look and figuring out the mannerisms and I mean, literally choreographing the movement and of course finding the right people, which was the first and actually easiest step. I only ever wanted Aaron to play Quicksilver, and I sat down with Lizzie once and only ever wanted her to play everything else. So, and they've both been working for a while. They're both, there's a nervousness from the new guys that keeps their energy kind of percolating, which is kind of great. At the same time, they were both right in the pocket from the moment they stepped on the screen. So for me, it's just a question of tweaking, and it's not that different from directing the other guys.
What was it that made Ultron the right foil for the Avengers this time around? And then what made James Spader the right guy to, breathe life into Ultron?
Ultron has been a major nemesis for the Avengers in the comics for decades, and he is, one of their top 3 all-time villains. And I love robot stories, but I never really felt I understood Ultron, so it was sort of a chance to create my version of Ultron, and my version of Ultron is not totally sane. Why is he angry all the time? Because there's something bothering him, and I wanted somebody who could be, an 8-foot robot. One of the other great things about him is physically he's a match for the Avengers, and then he can create more matches for the Avengers. But as a person, I wanted somebody who could have all the gravitas and then also go to a very comedic, very sort of left-of-center place. And James is exactly that guy. I've seen him do both so well. I just, as soon as I mentioned him to Marvel, that we never had another conversation again. It was just like, no, there's only one person for this.
What do you hope audiences get out of Avengers Age of Ultron as they walk out of the theaters this time around?
For everybody, I want them to have a wonderful time, but, I hope that they have a deeper understanding of the characters. I hope that they emotionally connect to them in a way that they never did before. And I hope they have a lot of questions. I want people to walk out having conversations about the meaning and about the characters and what's next and why did they do that and what's the relationship there. And, I want, when I play with a theme and I play with all these characters, what I want to engender is more dialogue. I don't want people to go, well, they told us, it's wrong. Well, we learned that it's wrong to skip school. It's not what I want them to take away. I want them to go, the questions that Ultron raised are still to be asked. And the question of what a superhero is and whether it's useful or destructive and who we all are, they're still out there and they're still interesting. But I also had a really good time.